What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are currently in Sarasota, Florida on a little overnight vacation here. So we figured we'll come to Mote Science Education Aquarium. We'll go check out the mall, get some dinner, and then tomorrow we're going to go to the Ringling Museum here in Sarasota and just see what other fun stuff we can find. So I figured bring you all along. It's something different than just being at the theme parks and our normally scheduled Halloween Horror Nights updates. So we are currently walking from our hotel, which is right there, to Mote, which is right there. So come hang out. A shark? Oh yeah, on the sign. I was like, there's no sharks in here. Fishies! Yeah, fishy. It's such a really, really nice, fun aquarium. They have a really nice food area here. They have really good chicken tenders. But I think we're gonna head up to the very top to see our son's favorite animal here, Buffett the manatee. And he even has a Buffett the manatee bracelet to show him. So we're gonna go up to see Buffett. This escalator takes 17 years. There's no line for the penguins right now, so that's good. It doesn't seem like as busy as it normally is when we come, but it's still just as busy, and they usually book out reservations every day. But yeah, today maybe because it's 1 o'clock and it's usually later, so it'll just start thinning out, but we'll get up there eventually. We're almost to the top. Florida! Water's this way. Go ahead. Go to Buffett. Also up here you do have the gopher tortoise. He's just chilling. Some freshwater mangrove fish. There's a little turtle. See the snapping turtle down here trying to catch some lunch. See that tongue there? Looks like a little fish or something that fish would like to eat. And when the fish swim in there and try and eat it, it chomps down.
He likes his picture taken. Kind of stuff.
Thanks.
Daddy, hold on, sorry.
Lab full of jellyfish. them all swimming around in those tanks there. And then there's the baby jellies.
I don't see. Don't see. They got my mama.
And if you look way in the back, so you have different forms of brine shrimp. Brine shrimp is what flamingos eat to turn them pink. But you can see that's the baby, it's the eggs, it's the 24-hour-old brine shrimp, and then the adult brine shrimp back there.
I don't know what that is.
Manatee, good job.
Puppet.
Buffet, sure. A bird. Manatee. What's next? What is that? Shark.
Try to open it, Mia. Open it.
Fishy. Nothing. Giant isopod. Another shark. Long-nosed chimera. Walking down the stairs and walking down the stairs. Down to the second floor of Mote. The top floor is really just the outside wetlands, and then they do have a VR thing up there as well that you get. That's an extra charge. But the second and first floor all have a lot more aquatic animals to check out and touch tanks and stuff like that. Hey. What kind of fishy is in there? Let's see. You have a splendid garden eel somewhere. And a chip sea star, chocolate chip sea star. And needlefish, shrimp fish. Coral shrimp fish, they're up here. Nowhere near the coral. Keep looking.
No, he's downstairs.
The puffer fish is downstairs, baby. This is the Indo-Pacific tank. Cool place over here is some of them are swimming around, but you can actually touch these sharks in here. They're very docile. I think they're bamboo sharks. So you can actually touch their tails if they're swimming around and you can reach them. See the big penguin exhibit here. A lot of them are swimming around in the water. They do have a photo op as well, but you can see the penguins all. Sure. If you look, there's two divers over the tank. This is the largest tank here.
But down there.
The turtle down there, and there's a big pufferfish.
No, not yet.
He's all the way at the bottom.
I used to live in Venice. Now we live in Orlando.
I see
But-
it.
Yeah, he's the pufferfish is right next to the turtle.
I see it.
No, not terrible. Yeah, it's not that. It's worth
There's
it.
good places on the highway to stop.
Exactly.
She'll be coming into your restaurant.
You can see her.
Oh, I'm so excited.
If you look, they were just telling us if you see that turtle swimming around in the kind of grate there, that's actually a turtle from the old Mote Aquarium, and that's actually how they acclimate them to this aquarium because she's new.
I'm so excited.
So if you look really carefully back there, once the shark gets out of the way, you might see a turtle swimming around back there in quarantine until she gets released into the big tank soon. Nah.
Why not that something?
And they'll just bump into them, and they might get scared.
Why start? Why
Shelly, you see Shelly?
Harder.
She's gonna live in this tank.
from him?
Shark.
Yeah, Shelly's gonna live in this tank now with her brother.
Have a book?
I'm planning to bite her.
Well, no, he's not really gonna bite her. They're just making sure they're all gonna be friends, and that there's no bullying. Yes, fish are friends, not food.
Shark.
But that's what they're making sure with Shelly, that nobody beats her up.
What happened to
Well, they're not gonna bite her, but they just don't want them to be mean to her.
And then down on the first floor you have like the coastal fish, and there's more jellies down here. And then you have the stingray touch tank, which this one is very deep for a touch tank. Like you have to have long arms to do it. There's seahorses in there. And there's another like smaller touch tank over here with like horseshoe crabs and stuff. It's getting a lot busier in here because of the storm outside right now. See the different urchins and stuff. And then you have the tank we saw from above, but from below.
The same place you're talking about has another location on the east
Walking in the rain to a very large mall. From Mote to the mall. Mote Mall. But what's kind of cool is if you look in this tree, there's parrots. The sky's getting dark. Oh boy. Okay, come on, Bella.
Why?
We gotta go. Oh boy, we gotta go.
Why? We have no house. Why?
gonna storm, baby. We're gonna be heading back to our hotel, hang out there for a while, go to dinner with some friends, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up and big lightning just struck in front of us. We're gonna wake up and get some breakfast, and then we're gonna head over to the Ringling Museum. So we will see you in the morning, right?
Yes!
Kind of blue skies. Disgusting. I wish I could sleep in. But it's another day. We're just getting up. Gonna have some breakfast. It's a beautiful day out in Sarasota, so we're gonna go to the Ringling Museum, right?
Hello, I'm Santa.
Oh, he's Santa.
Hello, I'm Santa. Play.
Okay, great. We're gonna go to the Ringling Museum, check that out before we head back to Orlando for somebody to start school in a few days. And yeah, so come hang out. Let's continue our Sarasota 48-hour adventure. This is the main entrance to the John and Mabel Ringling Museum of Art. You can see the probably say Society historical sign there. Beautiful lion work out front. You can come inside and you can get your tickets, or you can order your tickets online. Super convenient. It's a museum shop with all different types of art and clothing and art books, and then of course they do have a whole section devoted to like Houdini and the Ringling. You got like coasters and a mug that reveals a bunch of different art on it, and puzzles. I do really like that circus mug there. That's pretty cool. You have like old Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey decoration art of posters and pictures. More books based on all of it. Stuffed animals, umbrellas, toys. Like this little fox or cat in a circus tent. And of course they do have like sweaters and items for the Ringling, Sarasota, Florida. You have like sweaters and this really cool shirt that has like the house that we're gonna go to and the art museum. Yeah, the Ringling is made up of a bunch of different buildings. The front building back there is the big top circus building, which we'll head back to. We do have a reservation to walk through the house, their house all the way in the back, which is what we're going to go do now. And then like you have like this building over here, which is this historic circus building. They have like train cars and stuff in there. And we'll come back and check all that out after we go through the house, because that way that's out of the way and we can spend as much time as we want everywhere else. So we're going to be exploring the first floor of the Cadazan home of John and Mabel Ringling. And we'll head inside momentarily.
Perfect, thank you.
that cool? Yeah, sure. So, this was their winter home for John and Mabel Ringling. You can see all the amazing work, even on the ceiling. All just full of different artwork and chairs. This is the ballroom. You can go outside and see the terrace and the water. We'll head back there after we're done in here. And then you can also do a guided tour of the second floor if you ever want to come do that. It's kind of nice because this is the great hall, and you can just sit here and admire all the amazing work. Again, if you just look at all the art and the carvings on the walls there. You can see all the different artwork and near the skylight up in the ceiling. We'll go out there. That's the ocean, baby. This is like the dining room with this giant ornate bird cage. This is the breakfast room. You can only eat breakfast here. No dinner. Because it's called the breakfast room. The breakfast room is designed for informal dining during the Ringling's period of residency. Valet's pantry. So they are renovating this room, looks like. And then you go into the kitchen. See all their different plates and ornate glasses. A giant sink. Or like hallway here you can walk into. We'll go in there in a minute. Some more plates. This looks like it's like a big almost refrigerator. I love that you kind of see out into the terrace almost in every room of the house. You can see the stove they used. Yep, they can make waffles. Waffles.
Where's that?
That's an oven. It's a very old oven. How do you get in it? You don't get in the oven unless you're Hansel and Gretel. Another giant fridge with some milk in it. You need some milk. This is the tap room. It's actually really cool. And this is like the full dining room. And again, just the ceiling alone is just beautiful to come in here and check out. A giant dining table in the middle. And then you have this whole front room here. These beautiful tapestries and benches you can just sit and admire the art. Like I said, there is a tour where you can go up onto the second floor and up further into the house that you could do, but that's pretty much the whole walk of the first floor. Another beautiful view of that grand hall that we were in earlier. looking for some snacks.
Where's he going? I know.
Get a beautiful view of the Gulf here. We also found boba at like a little like food truck almost, which is really good and refreshing on a hot summer day like this. Yeah, it's a beautiful view out here behind the house.
No more, buddy. We'll take
You
more.
have these giant banyan trees on the grounds as well that are hundreds of years old. And now we're gonna head over to another part of the museum. Watch out, there's a lion. Sure. Yep, you gotta go through the creepy baby statue garden. It's a beautiful day here in Sarasota. These are just carvings of fruit.
What?
These are carvings of fruit.
Get out of here, so
Get out of here, fruit.
get out of here, stupid shoe.
Yeah, it's a really nice day out. A little on the warm side compared to the last few days, but nonetheless, really nice.
I see the playground. See the diamond sign. Oh, look at this. Oh, go down, baby. There's the one that didn't then just go straight. Just go straight.
You have this rose garden. Statues all around it. Careful. Go to the gazebo. And of course they're running for a playground. It's a beautiful playground here. There's this really cool water feature that you can fill up and let the water run down. You can explore all the grounds here at the Ringling. It's a beautiful, beautiful site. It's actually a very large museum. It was about $30 an adult. Kids 5 and under are free. And then it was $15 extra to walk the first floor of the house. But it's worth it. It's a huge area that you can walk through, and the gardens are beautiful, especially when it's nice and on cooler days. But we're gonna head over to the art museum portion of the Ringling before going to the circus portion of the Ringling. Yeah, and then complain her legs hurt. Got these really cool sculptures here leading up to the art museum. We're going inside. first part is all about the care of conservation at the Ringling. So underneath that tarp is actually a large either canvas or rug, and usually probably on the weekdays. So this is actually a tapestry, it says under here, and probably on the weekdays and between these dates you can actually come in here and watch them restore a canvas, which is actually really cool. You can see all the tools that they use. So cool. They should have that in more museums. So yeah, this is the Canvas City, the materials of the tented circus. Riding gown. These are all actually used outfits from the 1920s. And they do have an original concept art sketch for the actual design of the tent for the circus. That's amazing. Says this is my dogs. There's also a skeleton. And you get into all these massive works of art, and it's just rooms. You see all the way down there, rooms and rooms of just amazing artwork. The only one in this giant art gallery. I don't know, which way do we go? Oh, thank you, sir. That way. And then you go into this giant room with giant art. They're huge. Another giant fireplace. I love the just the ornate like trim in each room. Like this room is amazing. Beautiful piano from 1876. What? How's your vlogging coming along? Really cool like sculpture garden with a bunch of statues, and then of course the giant statue of David here on this bridge that we're walking across. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Sarasota. A little on the warm side now, but it's still fun. Into the historic circus gallery. How you doing? This is my favorite part about this whole museum. It's that clown prop from the 1950s of an ice cream. You see the little printing blocks? That's the next building. Like a whole dressing room from the 1930s. I love like little models like this too. They do have a model in the next building of the actual circus, from the makeup tents to the animals to the guest parking. We'll check that out eventually, but this is so cool to come in here and see all these original actual Ringling Brothers train cars and carriages. This is such a cool room too. There's a full-size train car in here. And you can see the woodwork over here. They actually have wood carvers here. You can see their workshop. It's a Saturday, so they're not here, but see all the amazing work, like this camel and this giant tiger. And you can actually go up this ramp. Yes, baby. Alright, we'll get over there, baby. Yeah, you can like look inside and see all the woodwork inside and what each section of the train car looked like. Like there's a bathroom seat there, a little like washroom, so you're like each individual cabin. There's a bathtub. A full bathroom. This one actually has a bed in it. That kind of goes into that. Thank you. And then this is like the dining room area. Another seating area. And then the kitchen. Stove, similar to the one we saw earlier in the house. Like the sinks and the freezers and stuff. Very cool. And they have a lot more train cars over here as well with like the organ inside. Yes?
Is the next one the playground?
Yeah. And the wall of wheels. Yeah, they have the human cannonball truck where it would raise up and launch the person out of the top of it. This is one of the old-fashioned animal train cars. This crazy lion bat. And then, of course, my favorite part of the circus, the freak show. Cuckoo the bird girl, Big Jim, the bearded lady, albino family from Madagascar, three-legged man. Love that they have these big giant freak show artworks, which is awesome. We made our way back up to the front, but we're gonna head into the big show main entrance. This is all the largest of the circus exhibits here. So much fun stuff in here, so let's go check it out. Hey, Dan. You have this beautiful mural here right when you walk in. Clowns. Gator wrestler, tigers and dog trainers, of course all the clowns. And then right next door to it, he gives you that kind of breakdown of what is where and what each act is. And you have all the wall of different posters from the circus. We're going to head in there to the model room soon, but we're going to take the kids into the play area first. Go ahead, go play. No. You just go play. It's a fun, very fun interactive area for the kids. They have all the clown shoes and fish cage.
Being it's grease paint, it's awful wet. I'm gonna have to dry it. This is a circus secret. I have a something with powder. Lightning powder. makeup while turning the sock, not to pick up the makeup on. The temperature of the sock and the powder in it, the temperature of my makeup, and the temperature of my body will soon all come together. And when I brush it off, the makeup will be nice and bright. Not only bright,
Beep, beep.
You can step on the floor and retry. Got closer.
Take your time. Really, really focus. Is that a button at the end? You want to try without shoes?
Let me try.
What was that? Whoa! That was the sad one. Maximum one for one. Yep. This is the human cannonball. You load a pool noodle inside, and then you hit the button, max, and then it goes. Whee! It's a very cool interactive exhibit for kids here. I love all these old school Greatest Show on Earth toys and games they used to have. And then there's a whole bunch of the interactive stuff here in the middle. You get to like stand on the back of a horse like the horse riders, and they do have a lot of obviously informative things through this whole area as well. There's this elephant riding a car. Of course, the biggest part of the original circus were the animals and the elephants. This whole section talks about street parades with blankets over the elephants were such a big thing in the 19th century. And you have these costume big heads. Back! And then this is all about like the daredevils and aerial act. Go ahead. And then there is obviously the lion tamers and tiger tamers. Ah, kitty cat. Good kitty. They have like the Ringmaster, and there's like a little theater in here. Hey, where'd you come from?
What is that?
It's all about the circus. We're gonna go see a model now. And of course the clowns of the circus. So this is the world's largest circus model. Super cool. It starts with like all of like them parking the trains in the city. You can see them getting all the animals off of the train. Looks like it's nighttime right now in the city. They do have
the circus coming to town. Yeah, all of the things that involve with the circus coming to town. Yes, I know. Yeah, it's the audio. It's the audio. The immersive. Yeah. It's the immersive audio.
You can see them like setting up like this is where they cook all the food for everybody.
I wish I could live there.
And all the trucks for that. And all the workers and clowns and performers and everybody eating.
I can't even comprehend all the.
And then you have them getting ready with like different areas. Oh, it's getting daytime again. All lights just turned off. Yeah, it's cool, right? You have like the horses back there. If you look really carefully underneath that tent, you can see all the horses. And then this is like the war reenactment and the soldier reenactments. This is like their dressing room and them getting set up. You can see all like the dancers and floats for the parade. All the water gallons. There's also like another area with some animals inside. Obviously the big top back there, which we'll get to, and that's the full show. But this is all like the different performers. Probably the main performers have their own like little tents. Oh no, the tightrope person fell over. There's no show. You're just looking at this, baby. You can see all the animals back there in the cages. Sad but true for sure. And then again, this is like all the female dressing rooms and areas they can get ready and their dresses and their outfits. And then you have the men on one side with the clowns and the makeup. You can see them putting all the makeup on those little videos. You have the elephants back there. This giant elephant seal coming out of the water. Them practicing like the tight ropes and everything. Now this is kind of gets into like where the guests start coming in. So this is like the parking lot for the guests. And 25 cents to see the circus. And you can see like all the road here and the trolley that goes back and forth. And then this is actually like where the guests enter. You can get frozen delights. And all the paying customers show up to get their bears and balloons. You can see the awesome sideshow. So that's the sideshow tent right there with all the cool different sideshow acts. And then you have the main entrance, which is what it looks like when you walk in. And then this first tent is that the guests enter into is all of the animals. So you can see the monkeys, moose, caribous, bulls, giraffes, rhinos, all the cool animals. All the elephants in the back there. So they would enter in, they would get their tickets, they can go see the sideshow Then come into the animal tent, see all the cool animals they're about to see in the show. And they kind of work their way down this pathway. Of course, this is where they can go to the bathroom. And then they enter into the big top. And then you can see inside.
You know, they would have one act, like in the movie, right? That they have one act coming after another, but then yours was. Had 3 rings.
What did we saw Grandpa? If it stopped?
Yeah, well, that act is over now. There's probably something else moving on the floor somewhere.
Are they going to do another act?
And they share some of the same things.
Why is it so long?
They're called Siamese twins.
Is the actor going? Look at the tall man over there.
Oh yeah, see, so that's true. Another one. You know, people who, and let's see the small midget person. So that's people that are, you know, different from the average, you know, height and that. Then they would be,
That's why I
would
told
be the tall man in the circus.
Hey, that's mine. That's my dad's phone. That's morning time for this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get to look at this.
The river.
I'm gonna wait for them.
Chickens. And the apple tree.
Roger, come on. Go back to
And then we're back over here where the trains pull into the station.
Is that the end?
Mm-hmm. The cool elevator.
Nothing. I want some more. I love these.
Posters. There's more circus fun up on the second floor of the building.
Are the other building?
Okay. That's new. That's new. So yeah, that's another model up here we can check out. But then they have a whole exhibit up here about the man who actually created the model we just saw, which is really cool. You can kind of see how he works in his little workshop there. And then you actually go into this new exhibit. This is actually brand new. I do love these, all these big. Oh, let's take a picture. kind of gives you the history of the big top, for the roots of the circus, all the way up to modern day, which is kind of exactly what we saw. It's kind of almost similar to the stage that we saw when we saw it a few years ago. So, British show on Earth. Okay, you can look. Like the modern day masks, and then you have, of course, everything from Monster Jam, Motocross, Disney on Ice, all stemming from the original Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circuit. This is really cool in here. You have like the motocross helmets from the big circle, or the cage, where they would drive the motorcycles around the cage. You have like the more modern posters in here. Just very cool. I do love that they kind of started incorporating like hover your hand over above the sensor, light the fuse. Whee! Scroll. So you can kind of do any of these. Drag. It gives you like information on each thing. Very cool. Gives you history all the way from the 90s all the way to modern day. Neat. You can do, let's see. Let's do this one. Animals. Tap to stand, twice to call. Ah. So then, of course, now you can go to the information and show all the different acts and all the information about acts with animals, like the lion tamers and the tigers, and who was it and what, and how long they did it. Alligators, horses. Very cool. And of course you have the comedy aspect of the circus. Push button to throw pies. And then of course it goes into talking about all the different performers in the circus. They actually have two of the headdresses for the elephants from 1969. And then more modernized circus maquettes and dioramas.
Is it a gimbal? They have a home inspection.
This talks about like all the things you could buy at the circus, which is neat to see because this is all stuff that like really we remind of us when we were growing up. And then if you come onto this side here, I'll show you something cool. Come here. Look, you can stand up here and get a giant overview of the entire model we were just in. Isn't that cool?
She's supposed to be a clown? Oh my gosh, she's a female. Everybody do it.
Santa.
I see the body there.
It's all ostriches.
These otherwise ran away during the circus.
Thank you so much for joining us here in Sarasota, Florida for this 48-hour vacation we took to check out the Mote Marine Aquarium, to hang out with some friends and family, and then check out the Ringling, which is an amazing museum. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. More recently, we have Halloween Horror Nights coming up in just a short 20 days. We are going to be going to Hollow Screen, and we're going to check out their media stuff soon. And all the spooky stuff is really ramping up here in Central Florida. So we appreciate all the subscription we've been getting, all the support we've been getting recently, and over the past few years, if you've been with us that long. But we will see you next time.